Hello, my little munchkins, my little chickens, and my little crones. How are you? That's right, you. How are you doing today? Well, I hope you're doing, excellent. That's how I hope you're doing today. As for me, I'm feeling pretty excellent myself. However, I have so much to talk about on the brown round today. But before I get into the brown round, I had something on my mind that in my meditation I thought about. Now, I know you may think it's boring, and maybe it is. But for me, who likes to think and who enjoy thinking, after listening about this bishop, Bishop Whitehead, the New York bishop who got robbed in his church of his jewelry, which was astronomical fees. You know, and I was thinking about the things that's like happening in the churches, how they bomb churches and synagogues and mosques or whatever. It really, really got me to thinking. And I know that a lot of people take it lightly. A lot of people say that, you know, he could have set himself up. I get all that. But nevertheless, even if all of that was so, right? This is a spiritual entity, God, that they believe is real, so they wouldn't blaspheme like that because of the consequences. However, that got me to thinking. And there were 3 things that I believe that we fear the most in life. 3. One of the things I think we fear hunger and thirst. We fear that. We fear hunger and death, and we feel pain. Hunger, death, we feel hunger, we fear pain, and we fear death. And those 3 things that makes us be a slave to our emotions and our moods. So when I thought about this bishop and how he's gotten so much because he dressed in Gucci and all of the finest, and how he ripped people off, you get away with nothing. I don't care how big you are. I've seen them stack high so high and their tops blew off. I'm looking at T.D. Jakes now, who I never thought in a billion years would ever have anything. And yet what they did, or what his name is tied up into that woman with that little girl, and about his daughter, Sarah Jakes. You see, you never know. I never would have thought in a million years that Michael Jackson would ever be, but you never know in life. So this led me to believe that there are just 3 things. And if we can keep these 3 things, hunger and thirst and pain, then maybe we can fight off death. But I don't think we can fight off death if we're struggling in these 3 areas. And it just seems to me like the system have us perpetual running after what I'm going to eat. Am I right? What is it that I fear? Because you're always bombarded with fear. And death, because it's always around you. Somebody dying. Somebody just got robbed. In the church, where these places of worship are not even safe or sacred anymore. So anyway, I was just going on a rant about that because it just makes me feel sad to see that there is no respect for churches anymore. Just that's what I think I wanted to say. And out of the fear, people don't even fear, or their fear is so low level, they don't even fear going in and robbing and quote unquote God's house. I don't care who's in the pulpit. Whew, that's just deep for me. Well, anyway, on to our topics. We got a lot of things to talk about. You know, Baby Crone want to talk about Beyonce, that she listened to the record. We want to talk about Robyn Dixon. We want to talk about, we know we got good stuff. This too?
No,
Just all this. Oh, okay, so there I go. and Valerie, and I'm having a hard time reading Baby Crone writing. So anyway, but we got a lot. So let's get started. Come on in, Baby Crone.
Yes,
I just had to go in. I had a little pet peeve. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Could you throw it back and give it to me? Throw it. Ew! Let's give them a lightning show, baby doll. I just had this on my mind, you know, and I just been working, just thinking about because we do world news. But yes, before we get into it, I just really want to tell a story. I saw on news, and it was this woman. There was a napkin with some substance on it.
Yes.
Stuffed in her car door. And she said she was really finicky. They had went out to dinner, I think her mate or her husband, and she took it like this with her fingernails and probably went to move it. But she said, but when she got in the car, I guess she forgot to do the sanitizer, but she did sanitize her hand, but it was too late. That was poison. Someone had poisoned her. And to the point that she just started going through, her body started having rejection, and she had to go to the hospital, and they said that she was poisoned. Please, if you see something that don't look right, don't touch it. But what it has done for me now, it makes me don't even want to touch the pamphlets that they pat on your car.
You're right. It's not
now
safe.
I'm scared.
Right, you gotta think twice now about what's on your car.
And see what I'm saying? One of the things, fear.
Yes.
Fear, they just keep you in perpetual fear or sickness. And whoever did that, cursed is you.
Yeah, honestly, I see some things on TikTok too of videos of women where they're walking in the public outside of like the store. It could be like Walmart or the market, and it could be like a man following them, trying to pretend like they're not following them. And they said that they've seen other videos on TikTok where like this is how women get sex trafficked.
Is this in the States or is it in other countries?
It is in the States.
Really?
Yes, and this is how they try to like sex traffic women. Or there was this one video where this woman was talking about her Uber driver was trying to figure out where her car was and what her car was, like what kind of car she drove. And I guess her way of rationalizing it was that maybe the woman wanted to put a tracker on her car to like try to like, I don't know, follow her and I don't know, it's just crazy what people are doing with cars these days.
I mean,
you
we
gotta
don't
be
talk
really careful.
Yeah, so we done talked about cars and them wrecking up neighborhoods. We done talked about squatters.
Yes.
You know, now this. We live in frightening times in this country.
Yes, there's
I can't speak about the world. But I know in the States here, in the United States of America, we live in trying times all the way around the board.
Yes.
And sometimes just getting that pop culture news and worry about the trivial things in life seems to take your mind off of the fact that, you know, there is a war in Russia and that we're trying to help, and you know, and that that the woman, what's her name? That's
Brittany
Griner, and that people hate America. You know, it takes us away from all of that. The three things that want to kill us, that lead us to our death, is fear, hunger, and the ultimate sickness, pain, and death. So to just be free from that, and I think that's what pop culture do. So on a lighter note, let's just get to it. Let's talk about something pleasant since we got those dreary things out of the way. So what did you think about Beyonce's album?
Yes.
Honestly,
Beyonce's
keep it 100 and don't be copying off of what I said. You be your own person, Baby Crone.
Me, however, I did not listen to the album all in one sitting. So
I did.
Because I listened to it disjointed and not in a row, I felt like it was all over the place. But because I didn't listen to it in one sitting, I wasn't bothered by it being all over the place. It just felt like good music that I was just like, I might listen to these again. Until I realized it was Beyonce, and I was like, dang it, Beyonce has got me.
She got you. So what did you think of the album?
Yeah, it was a good album. I liked it.
Do you think it's a the bestseller?
No, I definitely heard a lot of the old songs you were talking about. Even though I can't remember their names, I'm just like, it just sounded familiar, and I was like, I like this.
Is there any song that stood out that you liked the most?
I did like Cozy.
I did like Cozy.
Maybe, what was it? I don't know if it had Alien.
It has a lot. It has several songs that I like, but they just didn't stick with me.
No, but when they come on, I'll be like, oh yes, that's the song.
Right, I like that, right?
Yes.
But then when it was all together. But no, you go ahead.
Yes, and oh my God, so I probably listened to it in 2 sittings, like half of the album the first sitting and half of the album the second sitting.
Yeah.
So when it was over, I was like, that's it? It was started playing the same songs over again. I kept skipping. I was like, I heard this, heard that. I'm like, wait, the song's over? I'm like, the album's over already?
So did you think it was cohesive?
No, not at all.
So did you walk away with a message?
No, I didn't. Really.
And it's so funny because everyone always says, especially her little Beyonce.
Yes.
They always say, she's got a message.
No, she don't.
So I really, honestly, really, not even being sarcastic, I was listening for this hidden message.
No.
I remember when I was younger, there was a song, do you want to ride? Ride the white horse. And I found out that was talking about drugs.
Oh.
See, so when I said that I was listening for Beyonce, listening for some coded secret society or some bewitching or some mood, I thought that nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the only mood I got is forget about what's happening in the times around you and just enjoy yourself and love yourself.
And what also I've heard, now I don't know if this is true, I hope not, but apparently Beyonce made this songs for the what is it called?
The LGBT.
Say it again?
The LGBT
community.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, that's silly.
Yeah,
I want to make music for everyone, right? But that's what they believe.
I mean, the message, no, but the music, yes. Like the vibes of the music, like it had a lot of house and Vogue. And I'm just like, I could see the gays enjoying this.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
In a club.
But I don't know if she made it for them because to me, that would be so limiting.
Mm-hmm. I know that definitely when I go back to school, I am going to be listening to Beyonce's music as I get ready in the morning.
Okay.
To feel myself, get a good vibe. Yeah,
but you see her winning something for the album, or you just think it's just a nice groove? It's just a funky groove. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's like Star Spangled Banner. It wasn't nothing that made me go, oh my God, I want to learn. It was nothing like that. But it was like easy listening.
Yes, very easy.
Something that you could, I don't know, club to, but definitely vibe to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to play in the background.
And because it wasn't overwhelming.
Nope, not at all.
Right, so I do agree with that. So on the scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, what do you give her for the album?
I'll say a 7.
I gave her about an 8. So there you have it. Okay, because it wasn't cohesive for me. It wasn't cohesive, and it didn't have no message other than the same things that she sings about. What about you?
Yep, it just gave me the vibe of enjoy, love yourself, and feel free.
And on the top of that, The Game, didn't he just drop an album?
Yes,
now, we saw his, and I can't even remember it, but we were...
Yes, I was head bobbing. Mm-hmm.
It was like that old school...
rap.
It was like old school rap. It was nice. I enjoyed it. What about you? I'm sorry. Yeah. Can you pull it up on your phone?
Yeah, we would have to listen to the album, definitely.
That is definitely calling my name. And the reason why I liked it, The Game, right? Mm-hmm. The Game is because it just took me back to a smarter time, but yet it was a song that we could participate in. Did you get it? It's on his new album.
I'm trying to find it now.
And was it called? Was it Fade? No, a painting company truck. What was it? I can't. I can't really think of it.
Wow. Okay, it's called Dramatic. That's the name of the album, but I can't find the name of the song.
Well, anyway, is that the new song? Is that the new album?
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, this was just popped up in me. So anyway, I'm gonna go back and have more about that. But in the meantime, in between time, I really like the Game music. It had me bopping. It had old school.
Mm-hmm.
We did agree with
Yes.
that, and we were also singing it. It was simple. I mean, not the hardcore rap by all the rappers in it, but the beat and the chorus that you could sing. You know, it's just like what was Cardi B thing for me was I know that's right. You know, it was like one of those things that you could sing along. So anyway, I really love that. So we got that. So also on another lighter note, Jennifer and Ben Affleck had their big old reception and maybe exchanged their vows in Georgia, a state, and they had a big one.
Yes, I saw.
They had a big one, and this has been Affleck house. You know what, guys? I wish them nothing but success. I just want them to make it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, looking at the scenery, they didn't look it, but the environment that they were in just gave me like a flashback. I felt like I went to the early 1900s.
What? Oh, because it's a plantation home. So if you didn't know that.
Oh, I thought people were joking about that.
No, but what's wrong with a plantation home? I mean, seriously.
Who wants to have a wedding at a plantation? With all those spirits and...
Well, that's you. See, I don't draw negative spirits because I don't feel negative. I let the light shine in me whenever possible because light spells out darkness. Remember that. If you think dark, then dark things are drawn to you. Just remember that. How all of us are light because we are all alive, so we have light in us. How do you want your light to shine? Do you want to dim? Because in that fourth dimension, that's where you have ghosts, goblins, ghoulies, everything wicked, cruel. So if you don't want to be in that, shine your light brighter and don't give in to those negative things so you can escalate to a fifth dimension. Oh, that was some deep word for you right there. Oh,
It's just the concept. I mean, I don't want to sound like that, but I'm just like, why would a white couple want to have a wedding on a plantation?
I can't answer that because I guess I wasn't looking at it from a white point of view. I was looking at it if it was owned by a white person. So it could have been in his family. I mean, history is what it is. After all, it's in Georgia.
Yeah,
so maybe that was a plantation home. I don't know. Let me say allegedly. I don't know. It could have been a plantation home in his family from 100 years ago, and maybe they kept it and gave it to him, or maybe he saw this house. It was a reasonable price, and he bought it. I have no idea. But the one thing, what it used to be, is used to, and that's etched in time forever. All I know is that a white man and a Spanish woman got married in that house. So whatever negative energy, that broke it. Why? Because that would have never, ever, 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 never would have happened 100 years ago.
Nah, that is true. That's fact.
That's word. That they say that's word to your mother.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
So to me, him marrying Jennifer Lopez, to me, that's just like him marrying like a light skin or white or a black woman. That's what it's like to me. That was so taboo, never ever would have happened. So to me, that is breaking a curse.
Yeah, I could see
That's
that.
if that's why I said I can look at it from a negative, but I choose to look at it. You just broke the curse. Whatever it was, you broke it because that would have never been accepted. And so for them, I mean, and think about it. That must have been a lot of thought because of the way you thought. And a lot of times they have these destinations where you go to Paris, go to France. You know how the people with money do. But here, they stayed right here in the States. And, we're just local, like not local, you know, but Georgia, New Hollywood, New Black Hollywood. But they were in Savannah. That is the more white part of that, and I do love Savannah. So
I heard it's pretty there.
It is pretty. I've been to Savannah. As a matter of fact, I wanted to live in Savannah. However, I want to live in a place. I want to have a summer home, but I want a summer home in the South. But I definitely want it. I want it near water. Like I can go and ride my bike or walk there for 10 or 15 minutes. That's what I want to be that close to the water.
That would be so nice.
You know what? It's a plan. I'm visualizing. I'm seeing it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So yeah. So congratulations to them, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. And another thing that Heavenly on Married to Medicine, she said something that kind of irked me. But then I don't watch Married to Medicine because of some of the characters on that show. But now, I used to, but I think after the way Mariah was treated and the way it went down, all of it, not picking sides, it just didn't want to be a part of that. I'm already in it, you know, you got the Atlanta. I don't even watch them like that anymore. But who I am watching, Potomac, of course, Maryland. I'm a Marylander, I have to. But nevertheless, let me get back on track. She said that Dr. Heavenly said she's a dentist. She said that she don't trust hoes around her husband. So you're saying a hoe that's around your beautiful, lovely, wonderful physique, handsome, greatest of greatest, every woman that's near your husband want to do the orangutan.
The orangutan.
Okay? And so we are automatic hoes. I would hope that one day that we as a women that will rise up in this nation and start having respect for one another and stop saying that it's our fault. That man, if he want me, he want me. I am a hoe or a flub. He want me, he gonna make a move to me. He know how to resist advances. So instead of you calling the women a hoe, maybe you need to really think about that and say, wait a minute, that would make my husband a hoe. That would make my husband lower than a hoe because you have no respect for our bed. You have no respect for my body that you would lay down and sleep with a hoe that been with many men. That your husband don't get no blame, just the hoe. That kind of thinking needs to be eradicated. It is stinking thinking, and it needs to be eradicated. So Dr. Heavenly, love you, girl, but rearrange your thought. Thinking is old and stinky. Just change it, really. Because if your husband have sex, it's because he wanted to. Remember that. It's not the whole fault.
I know we as a women need to come together and support each other.
And solidarity.
Yes.
Hold them up. Yes. Build a bridge. Yes. Instead of all of the hoes, stay away from that. Just bothered me. Sorry, that was just something I just had to kick around because that just bothered me. We need to stop doing that. However, on a good note, my girl Robyn Dixon, She better get
Yes,
married.
I'm glad
She
to
better
hear.
get married. Yes.
Now, what broke them up to begin with?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm quite sure it was probably infidelity and finances.
I'm just glad that whatever it is, her and her husband.
But they've been doing this for so long. I mean, really, they've been doing this for a long time. So anyway, congrats. I hope it's on the show. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, toes crossed. Mwah. Come on, Potomac, Maryland. Anyway, because that's my home state. So, I got a root for woo-hoo, Maryland. Go Oreos. And what's the football? Ravens. Go Ravens. Let you know how much I know about sports. But anyway, I'm rooting for them. And I think he's a basketball coach at Coppin University. Or I know that he's at Coppin, he could be a teacher or something. So he's something big at Coppin. So
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say that he is friends too. He is our family. He's a part of our family.
Oh, yeah.
In real life, but who cares? We don't know him. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there.
6 degrees of separation.
6 degrees of separation because of the Dixon name. So I was told before my well, anyway, that's enough. So anyway, enough of that. So anyway, also you wanted to talk about Sherri and
Yes.
and what's her name? Jennifer.
Yes. Found out that Jennifer, well, we had mentioned this before, that Jennifer Hudson is having a daytime talk show.
Yes.
And today we discovered that both her and Sherri on September 12th are having their daytime talk shows aired.
Debut.
Yes,
oh
debut.
My God.
And something I learned through a little
Do they
research.
come on at the same time or you don't know?
I'm not sure what time they come on. I just know they come on the same day. And this is...
We gotta watch.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a big day for Jennifer because according to the articles I was reading, this is supposed to be her 41st birthday. So she has her talk show air on her birthday. And apparently
that makes her a Virgo? No.
No, we're still in Leo.
Leo. September's coming up.
Yeah,
so she's
Virgo. Okay, Jennifer. Virgo.
She'll be a Virgo or a Leo, and I think that Virgos go. When does Virgos begin?
Virgo.
I think it's at when is their show beginning?
I'm not sure.
Wait, we don't know the date. Well, anyway, that's not.
Yes. Well, September 12th.
Okay, so September 12th. So, are we at the 20th?
We are. We switched over to Virgo.
We switched over to Virgo.
Hi, Virgo! Yes! Hi, Virgo season! Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe we're at the end of August already.
Virgos need some lightning. There you go, Virgos, just for you. Let's give them a kiss. Mwah! That's happy Virgo season.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
So wonderful.
Yes. What I was going to say was that her production team, Jennifer Hudson's production team, is supposedly the team that worked with Ellen DeGeneres.
Right. Just like the team that's working with Sherri is Wendy's. Well, that makes sense because these people need jobs sometimes.
Yeah, their shows just ended,
so let's hear what we're gonna hear about Sherri. You told us about Jenny.
I just know that Sherri's supposed to come on September 12th on Fox. I don't know where Jennifer is.
So why do you favor Sherri over Hudson?
I'm not that familiar with Jennifer Hudson.
I'm more Hudson. So she's going to do the Sherri and I'm going to do the Hudson. Okay?
Yes. When I think of Jennifer Hudson, I just think of the girl that won American Idol. Oh, and Dreamgirls.
Right.
So I just know.
And Sherri Shepherd?
I just know her as a talk show host.
Okay. And she also played and I think she played in Precious. Did she? I don't know. Let me get off of that. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't remember. Can you pull it up? Did she play in? Because she played in some movie. I don't know. Did Sherri Shepherd play in? I can't just leave that out there like that because I don't like to be loud and long. You know. I know Mariah Carey played in it. And maybe that's who I'm getting mixed up with.
I don't know. She did play in Precious.
Oh, Sherri Shepherd did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hallelujah. She didn't have a major role.
Oh, okay.
But I remember her in it and how bland they made her and how bland they made Mariah Carey look. Just really like your everyday person working, no makeup, just, I like that. Well, anyway, so tell me about what's going on with Kid Cudi.
Oh, yes. Kid.
Who is Kid Cudi? Is that the guy that Kanye, that they threw a bottle and hit him okay, tell me about, is he old school?
When I looked him up, he's 38.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's not even 40.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with his music. I still only know Day and Night.
That's Kid Cudi, Day and Night.
Yes.
Na 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 night. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
that's Kid Cudi.
Okay, Kid Cudi. Okay.
But apparently he did a photo shoot for Esquire. And he was completely naked on the cover, except he had a sock covering his all like
genitalia.
Yes, genitalia. It was literally pulled up on it and just I was shocked. I was like,
Did you see it? Did you see the sock in the video?
Oh yeah,
Could you
hold picture right here?
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, well. Anyway,
Okay.
I heard that it was nothing to be ashamed of. I heard. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I feel googly woogly oogly talking about this, but that I put on my glasses. Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. I was just like, what is with these celebrities liking to pose naked on covers? Or just being naked in general, like they really trying to sell sex appeal.
Well, he have a nice body.
That true.
But this will be a turnoff for me. He has a female pointing down at his thing.
Really?
When you,
Oh my.
I don't know, can you show it? I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this exact picture.
It is no different than, you see that? That's how I saw Kim.
Yes.
Kim Kardashian. That's how
I felt.
That's how I felt. And this is how you will feel. But that's how I felt in that video with Kim. And even now, I don't understand why she did it. I don't know. But I'm telling you, these women, when you get in your 40s, you're facing 50. That's you're middle age. You're not young like that no more. You need to start stepping back so you can grow older gracefully. Not grow old, grow older. As you're middle aged now. You're no longer in your 30s. You're middle age. Now you're getting that. Now when you turn 40, you're middle age. Now you're going to live out your middle age, right? Until you get to be a senior, which will be 62. So you got to live out this. You're middle age now. You know, a lot of times you got children and they in middle school or they get ready to grow out of high school, that you're in your 40s. You're middle age. So, you need to start thinking about, how do I want to present myself in the world at this age? Because you're looking at 40, because their generation, the 20-year-olds are coming up now. We got to give them room. And I'm realizing a lot of people don't know when to hold up. They don't know when to fold up. And they don't know when to walk away.
She made it her own now.
They don't. And it's just a travesty to see that. That, even with Beyonce on this white horse, or, next time, Barbara, you look good. You look fabulous. Nobody is denying that. No one. But to me, that. That's
Yes.
the 20s and the 30s. When you are 40, it is just starting to not be appealing. And it has nothing, you can be sexy. But it comes off like you're competing against the youth. And one thing I know, a 40-year-old, you can't outbeat a 20-year-old. If I put your body, or I'm talking about like if I took a Kim Kardashian body and put it up with a 20, she's 41, put her with a 21.
Yeah.
It won't. And there's a lot of stretch marks and things and lines on Kim's body that you don't see because they hide it. A lot of this is just, come on people, it ain't as flawless as you think. But let me just get back to Kid Cudi. So what is about that picture just got me all stirred.
Because when I saw he had did this picture and I heard about it, I had to look up how old he was because as you said, I was like, what is with these celebrities wanting to be posed naked? Yeah, but when they have sex tapes leak, they're just like, oh my god, my sex tape is leaked.
Because posing naked is different than in the act of, to me. Posing naked is a still. But I'm seeing you do it. And that you don't want nobody seeing your sex face, your ecstasy face. That's a personal. You don't want nobody here, if that's your groove. You don't want the, harder, more, deeper, tougher, rougher, pull my hair. You don't want, I'm sorry about that. You don't want that, right?
Yeah.
Or, you don't want that, right? Not that I know.
Oh, I would feel
See,
bad.
You feel embarrassed, right?
Yes, because I'm thinking about how celebrities would feel now that you say it that way. I'm like, okay.
You felt that, right? It's embarrassing, right? So, a still is quiet. You feeling yourself. You feeling sexy.
And you put it up there yourself.
And you're like, whatever this is, I'm proud of it.
Yeah, true.
So he was saying, whatever that is, that woman was pointing to, he was like, I'm proud of this. I'm proud of that.
Right,
So
somebody pointing to it in a tattoo.
Nigga proud. That's all I'm sorry about that. Nigga proud. I have to say it, forgive me, but I had to say the N-word on that. And rightfully so. More than his penis, I just think he has a beautiful body. And his tattoos look fresh.
Yeah, they do look like nice tattoos. They're not overwhelming.
Right. And I just, Well, anyway.
But what that brings me back to is what we were going to talk about later in the topic was about the penile enhancements.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you brought it up. Go ahead. Take it in.
Yes. Apparently it's some type of surgery enhancement where if you are unsatisfied with your size down there, you males.
Or you want some girth.
You're able to extend the
penis.
Yes. Your genitalia. You're able to extend it to however long you
It's only so long. But
that's good.
It's only so long, that they could do. But they can make it a couple of inches longer. And they can make it where you got girth.
I'm just thinking about messing with like cutting and surgery and stuff like that. So I'm like, I hope they don't lose feelings and sensations.
And I'm sure that that's a part of it. I'm sure that you could risk. It's just, to me, just like when women get breast implants, I think that they're giving penile implants. And honestly, some of you men out there really, really need it, honestly, for your own ego, for your own, I don't know a word, for your own self-esteem. Go ahead. I had to think of a word because I'm trying to tread lightly with this.
I just started thinking because it reminded me of a video I saw maybe like last week about how you're now able to have a surgery and increase your height. Like they're able to extend like your shin,
I heard
lower
that.
half of your leg, and it's able to give you some length over a course of period of time, of course. But they have to break your bone and put like a rod inside of it and let that extend and heal once it's finished. And I'm just like, before we even get to cloning and having genetic babies we can alternate, we're already doing this, like before we can do this with babies, like we're coming up with technology to enhance body parts we don't like. And it's just becoming scary because I'm just like, what's going to happen to the natural body?
You know, when I think that we're trying to resurrect the dead, we're trying to combat death.
You're right. So
See,
we're
that's
just
what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
Just trying everything to lengthen our days. That we don't have to die at, at 60 and 50 and 50 and 60 and 70 and 80 and 90. They're trying to live it where we can live 120 and live out our full age. However, I was thinking about this, just off of the subject for a second. As a matter of fact, in my meditations, one of the things that I was thinking about is as we do grow old, I was just thinking what starts aging first. And the first thing I realized was the bones. Your bones, you start, even when you're young, you be cracking, you hit neck, it's their bones. They be like, and then the next thing is the eyes. It's your eyes, and then the next thing they go, your hearing, and then it just starts going down. And that reminds me of how the body is structured in astrology. And how they are affected. And as a matter of fact, I was just thinking and saying I was going to do a study on how can you affect and line up. I truly believe there is a cure for aging.
Yep.
And they're going to find it. But it just seems like the problem that we're having with this is world news right now, okay? The problem that we're having with this and science, the more we develop, the more it put people out of jobs. And the more you put people out of jobs, that's the more health care, the more food. So you want better, but you're ruling out the people that work, so the people don't have jobs. So now it's like you gotta have an education. So now just not any education going to do. You're going to have to get an education that's going to lead you to a job. You understand? If you want to live a decent life. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you want the technology because we want to be living longer lives. We want to live until we're 50. We do. At least if I could, I would. But I want to be looking like this when I'm 100. You understand what I'm saying?
Now that'd be nice.
And they are fixing all of this. Stem cells, all of these things. They are really working at a lot of this. And why? Because like I said at the earliest, man feared death. He feared it. He's not prepared. Not all people. When I say men, I should say humans. We fear death. Not all, but just as a collective, the world over. Yes. That is the one thing that we are sure of. 100, undeniable fact, you're going to die. And the thing is, and I think the more we grow, the more we learn, the more our days are long. Because there was a time when you was 30 years old, you was looked at as an old Spencer or old maid. Now that's just hilarious. Now that's, to me, to be 30 years old, you're just stepping out of the teeny bopper years. You're just starting to turn into like a full adult right now when you turn 30. This is where you really start detaching from mama house and start finding your way and getting married had you not did it 5 years earlier or so. You understand what I mean? But I really think, I hope that this is not long and drawn out, but it just got me to thinking about what they're doing. Don't get what were you saying? This is amazing to me what they're doing.
Yeah, just talking about how we're being able to modify the body.
Yeah.
And how that these are things that people are actually wanting. Like I could get a penile enhancement because of adult actors.
But just to think, that wasn't even around 50 years ago or 30 years ago. And if it was probably in the infancy stages. So this is grand. You know, every year, I'm like, why they gotta make another phone? I mean, we're just getting used to this one, and now you're coming out with the I-29. It's like, why already? It's because technology. And if you want to grow, that's just, but then it puts people out of jobs. And when you get people out of jobs, it goes to people going to churches and robbing, going to affluent neighborhoods, robbing, killing, destroying, raping, taking. Why? Because a lot of people don't have no money. They may not have no one to love, and so it's a snowball effect, and it just goes down the hill, you know. And so people are trying to do anything and everything to make $1. And it's not that it's not money to be made. No. This is just the new way of making money now.
Yeah, being online and being your own brand.
You got to be innovative. You got to be innovative. You got to be able to think outside your box. You got to be able to come up with stuff. If you want to get ahead, you're going to have to find a gimmick. You're going to have to find something that's going to make you different and stand out from the rest. So with that being said, speaking of gimmicks and speaking of things outside the box, well, what do you think about Kanye and these bags? Honestly, keep it real, keep it 100, and I'll give you mine.
Yikes, I don't know how.
Did you say yikes? Yes. What you think, Leave the Beaver? Wonder Years? Yikes.
It's just, I really don't understand why it's so weird, and it's just all in a bag. And you gotta shuffle through a bag. I hardly like help. No, I hardly like to shuffle through clothes when they look messy and I'm trying to get something. Or if the clearance rack has too many clothes for me to go through. And it's not even organized by size. It is just like, what's the point in even
and whatever's in the bag. And whatever in there.
Yes. And I just feel... I just hope this isn't the future. I mean, it saves space because you can sell a whole lot more clothes in a store that way. But... that's a lot more time consuming, and it's just weird.
It is weird. Now let me tell you my opinion. I think it's ingenious. Why? Because look at all the overhead he done cut out. Look at that. He ain't have to put them in boxes or bags. He advertised himself. Now remember, that's not any clothing. No, these are Balenciaga. How you say the name? Balenciaga. So you got to know what's in them bags. Now, if I go to the Gap, are they in the Gap now?
No, I think this is specifically his Gap that opened up in New York.
Oh, because I would have went to the Gap. Remember, Balenciaga, what's her name?
Yeah, Balenciaga.
It's expensive. So, yes, I wouldn't have had a problem going through the bag. But what it reminds me of, it's like a rummage sale. But you're dealing with a high-class merchandise. Somehow, what it's telling me is, don't believe the hype. Yes, it's high class, but it's just clothes. It's just clothes.
Leave it to Kanye.
It's just it seems like it's like I don't know if it's a probably, but it's more spiritual.
Yeah, that too.
It just seemed more spiritual. Like this seemed like this was thought about.
Everything Kanye does.
And you gotta understand that this is my opinion, and I have no idea what my son think about. Okay, Kanye. I'm just saying that. It's just, what does it take to take these expensive clothing by
Balenciaga,
put them in bags, big black bags, in different sections. Whatever's in there is in there, and you just rummage through and get out what you want to get out. No one is there to help you, not a salesperson, you're on your own. How do you take something so expensive and bring it down to the moderate person?
Oh, I don't get that. Is
Just
true.
to anybody. And even though it's a sale, you know it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So a t-shirt might be, I don't know, a t-shirt, I'm just saying, like a hoodie. Maybe a hoodie could be like $200 or $250. I don't know.
And then another thing I have with is these bleak colors for the color scheme. I'm just like,
and the hobo look and the I like it.
And I know Kanye's been sporting this look for a while, but you know, sometimes I like look at Kanye and he's so genius that I'm like, are you warning us about like an apocalypse?
It does feel like that's
something
you're
like
right.
that.
You're right. But and he did it with his song with the that liquid that you
Oil.
talked about that moves to the beat of music. Yeah. So if he's making think about it, folks. This is mind-boggling to me. If you making all these clothes that look like they off the street, why would not his clothes be in a bag?
That too.
Think about it. It would be a contradiction. No, that's his line, folks, to dress you up in Balenciaga. Is her name right?
Mm-hmm.
In these homely clothes. I mean, they're not homely. No. They are high fashion clothes. And nice. And I'm going to get one.
I mean, the Gap hoodie look kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, we're not going to lie. So let's keep it 100. Y'all, let's not steal from him or take from him. He's ingenious.
Love
But this is the look, the bag lady, the bag man, the homeless. So if that's the look, a repeat, if that's the look he's going for, why would he put his clothes stacked on a rail? No, it's a psychological move. It's strategic. It makes sense. And he stamps it with, it's for anybody. You gotta rummage. What do homeless people do?
Yes.
They rummage. Think of it's just ingenious. Oh, it's so ingenious. And the thing is, you don't have to like it.
No.
And you know what? He put it in the best store ever.
Yep, the
Gap.
Yes.
If he would have put it in Neiman Marcus, no. Mm-mm.
Old
No.
Navy, no.
No. Old Navy, no.
No.
But the Gap, yes. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect because they're not as cheap.
Mm-mm.
And the Gap had some nice stores.
Yes, they do.
Like you said, not Old Navy. No offense to Old Navy because I like Old
Yeah,
Navy.
we shop there.
Yeah. But we're talking about the Gap.
Mm-hmm.
So think of his concept. It's ingenious. But his whole line is about the homeless.
It is. You know?
You just caught it.
Yes.
About damn time.
Because I'm just like, if he lives in California, don't they talk about the
homeless?
problem?
Yes. Think about it. And the homeless all over the states.
Yeah, I mean that too. But
Think
it
about
hurts real
it.
bad in California.
And what do homeless people do all the time?
Yes,
Rummage for food, rummaging, beg for money. He is on point. And yes, I want a sweatshirt, a hoodie, a t-shirt, upside down. Why? Because I like the style.
Mm-hmm.
I even like the shoes that his daughter,
oh yes.
those
Lord.
cloths, yes. I like it. And the thing is, you gotta like it. And I like it, and I'm gonna support my son. My son / lover. I'm gonna support him because, I think you just have to get it and stop finding fault. He has a genius mind.
Mm-hmm. Very.
I would have never thought of that. Would you? Would you?
Definitely.
And it's a theme. It's a theme. And whoever his collabs were in this, agree. It's ingenious if you just flow with it and just see what he's doing. He's making a big statement. He's dealing with the homeless crisis in America, like, or in California. It's in your eye. He just put it in Balenciaga in a classy way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to like it, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. He has this line, and he did it all the way, and he couldn't have put it in a better store than the Gap. Just think about it. I'm telling you, it's just another way to look at it. What you think about that, Baby Crone? You learned something from that. You like that.
Yes, I did. I really
I made it make sense, right?
Yes, you made it make sense.
So, and I get it. I get it. So, tell me about, Carly Red new look.
Yeah.
What is that about? I thought that she just looked like a whole nother person. Personally, I like the way the old Carly Red looked. I thought Carly Red is beautiful either way. But the new Carly Red, I thought she was pretty too, just different. Like, I wouldn't have known that was Carly Red.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a different opinion when I see her lips look less
I liked it. Oh, you didn't like it. I liked it.
You know, when I saw her lips, it just reminded me of back when everyone would do like the section cup on their lips to try to get the Kylie Jenner lips, to get them all puffy and pokey.
Yeah.
By cutting off blood sections so your lips swell up. That's what her lips kind of reminded me of. And I'm just like, that looks like your lips hurt.
Well, being someone who have had fillers, it hurt. It hurt real good. It hurt because they gotta numb the inside of your mouth, and then after they numb the inside, then they put the I forgot what's the name of the stuff that they used. I forgot the name. It'll come to me. And they put the stuff inside of your lips, and that's what they do. It's painful because you gotta get numbed up. And so your lip, they numb you, but then they put this stuff, I forgot the name of, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, they put it on. So it's very painful procedures. I like it, and I guess you could get them as plump, as big as you like, I guess. I don't know. But as I said, I like Carly Red. The only difference is that she was unrecognizable.
Yes,
and
before
to me,
and after.
Yeah, I truly believe it was just more than the lip stuff.
Yeah, she said it on video that she hasn't had anything done, just lip and apparently cheek fillers, as she called it.
Right. It just made her look like not her. However, I like both women. I like both of her. I like the two of hers. But I like the original Carly better because I think that Carly Red is a beautiful, beautiful, attractive woman. I truly mean that. And not out of a lesbian feeling. It's just that, but I understand when you want to do something different. This new look, I like that too. It's just I'm not used to it. She just looked like a whole new different person. I wouldn't mind looking like a whole new different person. I probably do look like a whole new different person to some people, but I don't mind looking like a whole new different person just as long as I can look like me somewhere in all of that. And I don't see Carly Red, but I hear that voice and I know, yeah, that's her. So with that being said, that was good. So is there anything else that we need to talk about? I think that we went over everything.
Yes, we did cover everything.
I'm thinking, no, we did not.
We didn't?
No, we did not. And you wrong for that. How can we end it and not talk about the Kardashians?
What's going on with them?
The baby, Khloe, Court. We just looked at it. How the Tristan want child support. Every time we get finished doing the brown round, we go.
Yeah, and it's not always the Kardashians, but it always
could be anything.
It's the Kardashians.
It could be, and we just forget to talk about it because we just, put that on the list, and for whatever reason, when we go to film, we forget. So what do you think about that? Well, let me tell you what I think. I'm so glad that Tristan, that's his name, Tristan
Thompson.
Oh, Tristan Thomas, I can't trust her. She said Thomas, I'ma say Thompson. Well, Christian Thomas had said that He's fighting for his baby. He wants custody of his child. So I want him to have custody of his child. I just wanted to throw that in there. Well, anyway, my little crones, my little munchkins, and my little chickens, we'll talk again very soon. And have a good weekend. God bless, God love, God speed, and let the energy of light shine down upon you. And ciao.
Yes, don't forget to
Oh,
subscribe.
thumbs us up, like us.
Yes, love
Like
you
us,
guys.
thumbs up, and like us. Put a thumb in there, yeah, baby. There we go. Thumbs us up, subscribe. We really appreciate you a lot. Mwah. Ciao.